I thought it was a great time and opportunity to do a video on the EcoFlow and how it works, what we're doing with it, what the current setup is, and we will see how that goes. Good morning, guys. This is a great opportunity to do a video for you on how the EcoFlow is working for us and how the system and the setup is working for us inside of the van, because we're currently at a EcoFlow charging station. Because why are we here?
Well, it's not an EcoFlow charging station.
Well, no, you're right.
EV charging station.
EV.
So it's just a car charging station at a local golf course. And so with the Delta Pro, you can hook this into an EV charging station, which is fantastic. And this one's actually free, but if you had to pay, it'd be a couple dollars at the most. But one of the things is this is our plan, was to be able to use the EV charging stations. Right now, so to give you a little bit of a background, I decided on this van to try at least do portable solar first. And then if that doesn't work, go ahead and put solar on the roof, and still have that plan right now. But we've been on for a few days, and normally we're driving the van around quite a bit, the Sprinter, and we haven't been because we have the Jeep. And it's only been a few days, so everything's still in flux. But then we weren't able to keep up on, it was about a day and a half, and then the batteries were dead, or close to it. So the reason we're here is to recharge this Delta Pro, which will charge in about an hour's time. So it's really perfect. It'll catch us up very quickly then.
And so you just looked on your phone, you found where the charging stations were in the area. We're in Moab.
Right.
And you found 2 locations that have charging stations, and we're currently at a golf course charging.
And there's more than that. There's also there was a utility in town that had it, but it didn't work off my app. You had to have their card or whatever. So I'll look at getting all the cards too. But then there was other ones that were at hotels and such, and those were for hotel guests only. But I guess worst case scenario, you could hook up there. You went in and talk to them or something, give them a couple bucks. But there was, probably I'd say 8 of them in this area, and then
nice.
8 stations, and then these this 2 on this one and 2 on the other one, stuff like that. So I just went on the app. It's called Charge Hub, and there's a couple other ones too. And so it was confusing because this is a SEMA Connect, and so the other one was a SEMA Connect, and I've seen SEMA Connects before. Well, they don't have an app. But what you do is you go through Charge Hub, or there's another one, can't remember what it was then, and then on that one you can activate it. So you press, you connect everything up to your Delta Pro, and then you then you go on your app and say, I'm at that station, and you say start charging, and voila, it starts charging.
Okay.
And so this will charge in about an hour. Then what we have to figure out is, our usage, and most likely we're going to need some sort of solar. I'm going to try the portable solar and see how that works. It's just not super convenient, especially now with the Jeep. Because we have to put them out. We have to put them out.
Isn't that the reason being portable?
Well, no, but see, that's the problem is you have to put them out, and then you have to bring them back in. You also have to, and we are on the go a lot. You put them out, and if they're just out in the public, they're $300. Solar panels, so you have some issues there that you have to think about, like wind. If it's really windy and you leave, you have to worry about that a little bit. Not too much, but it's a little bit. If they're on the roof, then there's no worries at all. And most people are saying no, just put them on the roof, and I get that. But on our last van, we had all the stuff on the roof, which is fine. It worked, but it was insulation was a pain, and I don't have factory roof rails on this. On the new van, I will order it with factory roof rails. If it did have factory roof rails, it'd be pretty easy. And even without, I agree, it's not that big a deal. But I also don't want a ladder. So the goal is to keep this build simple. So we will still try the portable because we have not.
We have
given it
not
much
given
time.
those a shot at all.
No, we were in Las Vegas with power for the first week or whatever that we were back, and so this is really brand new. We're still trying to figure out how much the refrigerator uses for power, how much everything else uses for power. There's chances are I could put switches on stuff so it does not, just continue to draw. There's many things.
So the great thing about this setup is it is truly portable. It can be lifted out, it can be rolled forward, it can be taken closer, so that is really convenient.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing with this is if we were too far from the charging station, the EV charging station, I could just pull it out. Or in a few instances, we took it into a hotel room where we were actually staying in a hotel and then charged it in a wall charger. So it goes really fast. But what it does with the EV charging, and they're EV charging all over the nation, is it allows you to make a mistake and down your battery too much and get it back within an hour.
Okay.
On our Victron system, because we did not have a shore power connector, even though I could have added it, but I didn't want that complexity, because it takes up a little bit more space. You have to have a circuit breaker box, little other stuff that I didn't want to do. So then if we came down fast, then we'd have to rely on solar, which was slower because we only had, I remember, 400 up on top. Yeah, 400, 400 watts. Or you have to drive the vehicle. And we did drive it a lot. But still, to catch up, sometimes you'd have to drive 4 or 5 hours to catch that battery back up.
So in this case, we just left the campground because we're on dry campground site and drove into town and we're plugged in. So we don't have to drive around for 5 hours. We just have to charge it for an hour. And in the meantime, we got other stuff to do while we're doing that. Can we take a look at the actual setup and how it plugs in and what's displaying on the front, you think?
So I don't know if you'll be able to read the screen, but sometimes you can.
There you can.
But it's charging at basically 2,700 watts. It'll switch up. Either this charging station only max at 2,600 or it'll switch up. Last time we charged it, it switched up to basically 3,700.
Okay.
But there's an adapter that you put on. So this is the actual cord coming from the EV charging station. There's an adapter which is $99 from EcoFlow that you buy. Okay. And that just plugs in.
And the apps on your phone is very easy.
Yeah, it's just Charge Hub, and they don't even charge you on that one. The other one, I can't remember what the name of it was. I'll pull it up. That one charges you. PlugShare, PlugShare charges you, but what I would say, it hits your credit card, but it doesn't charge you. So anyway,
even
but the other
so,
one doesn't
if you get charged, it's only a couple bucks, and it beats driving around for
and I think
4
so.
hours,
We've
which
never
is going
been
to cost
charged,
us more gas than actually coming to a charge station.
Well, this is why I bought the Delta Pro.
I think it's super convenient.
Oh yeah, this is the reason I didn't go with the Blue Yeti or the Blue whatever or the Yeti or anything like that, is because of this. This is exactly. Now, if we can get 3 days without charging, which doesn't look like we'll be able to, if we would be able to, then we'd be okay. And the reason that we're sucking so much juice is because of the refrigerator. And because it's a 110 volt refrigerator.
Right, it's a normal dormitory refrigerator.
So it's still in the process of figuring all that out. But this gets us back to square now. And then if we have to come back in 2 days or a day, at least we have a good option.
Yeah.
So it charges really fast up to 90%, and then it slows down. So we'll just charge it to 90 and then let it go. And then, we'll just come back again. We're going to be in Moab for a while. Normally we're not sitting in one spot. So then the inverter that's running off of the battery off of the Sprinter alternator, that would charge it as we're driving. So,
that's true.
So we have options. So,
lots of options.
Yeah. So the solar is the big question now, and I knew it was. So this isn't a surprise. I want to try and get away with just using portable solar, but it may not work for us.
It's too early to say because we haven't even given it a go.
Oh no, I know. We just got here. We've been doing other stuff. So.
And this is how it looks and where we're at. This is the charging stations here at the golf course. When you arrive, typically it's got a blue dots all going across, and when you plug it in it starts flashing, and then when it's charging it goes green. And so we just monitor it on the phone, and on the phone app tells us how much time we have left. And what does it currently say far as time left?
It says 1 hour now, but it's at 50%.
So it's at 50%?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
it takes like, hour and 15 or something like that to do it from 0.
And we've only been plugged in for 15 minutes actually.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And it was at 10%. Yeah. Perfect.
So it's almost at 50% now, so it goes pretty fast.
Yeah. So also the convenient thing about it is, now we can do other work while it's charging. I'm going to make some breakfast because we have not had that yet. And so I thought it was a great time and opportunity to do a video on the EcoFlow and how it works, what we're doing with it, what the current setup is, and we will see how that goes. We haven't been on the van long enough. We've technically really have only been on the van for 1 month, maybe, if that.
No, a week.
I mean, right. We were doing the build out, and so yeah, that was not set up, so that really didn't count. And so yes, we've only been back from Iceland, Scotland, all those places for a week.
But before that, maybe a week we were on. So yeah, not much.
We haven't given anything a proper go to figure out what's working, what's not, what all the pros and cons are, but we love to keep you guys updated on how things are working. And so we will see you on the next video, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.